What's up, guys, and welcome back to the DLB Daily. I am very sorry I missed you guys last week, but I was too busy getting a suntan in Mexico. Sorry. But anyway, today is an arm day. I feel like we've only done like one arm video, so I feel like we're due for a little arm day. We might throw some abs in there at the end. So today, biceps, triceps. Along the way, I'm going to try to, with these videos, I try to like educate you a little bit along the way so that my degree in kinesiology isn't going to waste. So I'll give you a little information on the anatomy and why I choose certain exercises and why we're doing this and what works this better, because your biceps have 2 muscles, your triceps have 3 muscles. So each one, varying it, is going to target different areas a little bit better. So let's get to it. We are going to create a really good workout, get some arms, get some guns. Let's go.
Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down? Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. Know you with me now? Where you with me now?
So first up, we're gonna start with some body weight exercises, kind of like a warm-up, but not really. No, it's not a warm-up. So we are gonna start supersetting some of these back and forth. Bis and tris. If you haven't noticed, this week has been superset week. So we've been doing chest and back together. We've been doing legs in oppositions. Now we're doing arms in opposition. So we're going to do a lot of it where it's just going back and forth between a bicep and a tricep. And then some of our heavier exercises, we'll single them out. So we're starting off, I don't know if this is what they call it, but I'm calling it body weight tricep extension. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. I'll show you the more advanced way. If this is kind of more of an advanced exercise anyway, so I will show you how to make it easier to work your way up to it. So we're doing body weight tricep extensions, and then we're going to come right to here to failure, and then we're going to come right to here to underhand grip chins. So our first thing is our body weight tricep extensions. So you can find a bar. You can do this just leaning on a Smith machine, on a bar, on a bench. So I'm going to show you on a bar and a bench. I'm going to show you the way I do it, which is a little harder. And then the way you can make it easier is just bringing your feet in. So where you put it's just like a close grip bench. You don't need to have your hands right next to each other. So I usually do right about shoulder width, maybe slightly in. You're going to bring your body out almost like you're doing a plank position. You're going to lower your body, put your head under the bar, and then back up. Whoa, a little cracky here. This will be our warm-up here. So the way you can make this easier is just moving your feet in, so that when you come down, your butt's a little high, but that's okay. You're lessening the amount of your body weight that you're using. So if you have not done this before, maybe you start in here, practice a couple of these, okay? And then you can start working your feet out a little bit more. And then out here. So on a bench, it would look like, so if you don't have like a squat rack or a Smith machine open, you can do the same thing, just using a bench. So again, out in your plank position, hands about shoulder width, bring your head down below, and back up. To make it easier, bring your feet in, so that you're almost in like a little mountain position. And that would make it a little bit easier. For this, you're just going to failure. Choose whichever option. Maybe you try which one you like the best. And then we go to our chin-ups. So with the chin-up, obviously, any kind of chin, you're going to be working your back a little bit. We're going to try to take our back a little bit out of it by only coming down halfway. So these are going to be more like, I don't know if I should face you. I hope I can't face you, I'll bonk my head. So again, somewhat of a closer grip. You can come maybe slightly outside your shoulders. You can come inside your shoulders. So when you come up, you're gonna come to the top. You come back down, maybe halfway, and then back up. So here, like the stretch is good, but this is all back right there. That first portion is back, and then it's biceps. So we're gonna try to keep it on our biceps, so just coming down, maybe halfway. Again, failure and failure. So little key tips for like an exercise like this. So your triceps made up of, you have your lateral, your medial, and your long head. Your long head attaches to your scapula. So anytime we can move our scapula or move it in a different position, we're gonna be working our long head. So this first one is a long head. I mean, it's gonna work all your triceps, but being able to put your hands above your head, you're moving your scapula, which then it's gonna incorporate more of your long head. Anything overhead, anything behind you is long head. Your biceps are the same. We're gonna be choosing exercises. So if you're in here, you have your long head and you have your short head. Your short head's the one that you like to show off. So your short head basically is anything wide out here, even in the middle, and then anything in here, this is gonna work your longer head. So we're gonna try to choose different variations of everything so that we're working all of our heads. Did that sound cool? I like told you about muscles. All right, to failure, let's go. All right, triceps. Ooh. Whoop. $99, $100. Oh! Okay. That was 7,064. Now we are going to move on to an exercise we've done before, and it has since become one of my favorite things to do. So big thing that I see a lot of people do is they do all isolation for their biceps and triceps, which is good. But just like every other body part, for something to grow and get stronger, you have to overload it. And a good exercise to do for something like this would be like some sort of bench press so that you're going heavy. So we are doing the close grip pin press. So the purpose behind the pin press, it's actually more of a powerlifting accessory movement. For powerlifters, usually someone's weakest point is lockout. So this is a way for a powerlifter to strengthen their weaker portion of the movement, is to overload that lockout portion. With the pin press, we're also coming to a complete standstill. So we're gonna come down, lay the bar on the rack here, hold it for a second till it stops moving, and then you're gonna explode up. So this is also why it's another thing that powerlifters would do to increase explosiveness out of the bottom or out of that lockout portion. For me, today, since we're doing triceps, we're gonna do a close grip pin push. So we're gonna take our chest a little bit out of it. You're also gonna take your lats a little bit out of it by creating a smaller portion. And because we're gonna start about 2 inches off our chest, you're going to just work that last portion of the movement of a bench press, which is your triceps. So on a bench press, you're going chest, 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 triceps. So we're just working the midpoint to the end point. So what you need to do, if you have a bench like this one, it's just a Rogue rack or Arsenal strength rack, but you could be at like a Rogue rack where you can set up just a movable bench. You need the arms to be about 2 inches off of your chest. So, oh, here's the bar. So this is what my starting point is, just right about here. It's like 2 to 3 inches. My hands are gonna be, again, you don't need to be touching. I go right about even with my shoulders. So this is our starting point. So from here to here, which is majority is all chest, we're just taking that portion out and we're just gonna focus on extending up. We're gonna come down, stop it right here, and then back up. Down slow, stop, back up. On this exercise, because you're limiting the movement, you should be able to do more weight. So we're gonna work our way up. I don't know where I'm gonna be out. I forget, I don't even know what rep scheme. I'll have to come back to you on the rep scheme. I can't remember, but it's probably around 6 to 8. So you're working up, you're going as heavy as you possibly can for that 6 to 8 reps. If you miss 6, that's okay. Going heavy is not a big thing. So this is gonna, not only is it gonna help if you're looking to increase your bench, you're gonna get stronger, you're gonna build stronger triceps, because a lot of people's problem on a bench press, if you find yourself plateauing, it might be because you have weaker triceps and you need to gain more strength in your triceps. So this is what this is gonna do. We're gonna overload our triceps, hit them super hard, and then we'll go back into more of the isolations. So I gotta start warming up. Just a little bit. All right. 6. Okay. 6. So, as you can tell, this way you go to failure, because if you drop the weight, it's not gonna drop on you. So don't be scared. Go heavy. Whew. And try to get that last crazy rep. Whew. All right, moving on. So next up, since we just did a solo tricep exercise, really loud truck, we're now gonna do a solo bicep. So this is a little combo set. We're going to do easy bar. You can do easy bar or straight bar. I prefer easy bar. Straight bar just feels a little weird on my wrist. So if you have an easy bar, the whole purpose is like it puts your wrist in a better position, at least for me, so I don't feel as much stress on my wrist. So that's why I usually always write easy bar. I just prefer that grip for my wrist. First part of it, we are just doing easy bar wide curls. So like I said at the beginning, just changing where your hands are at is going to change the placement of the emphasis on the bicep. So you have your long head runs here, your short head is right here. This is facing out, that's what you're working. So when you're doing curls this way, you're working more the long head and like brachialis. When you kind of extend them out this way, so on our like W curls or our wide curls, this emphasis is going to be on your short head, your medial side. So for this, we're doing easy bar wide. So our wide, we're going to be going a little bit heavier and then a little bit wider out so that you're working this short head. And then we're going to go, don't change the weight. We're going to move our hands in a little bit, and we're going to bring our elbows back behind us. Just like the triceps, your long head of your tricep kind of attaches to your shoulder, attaches to your scapula. Same thing with the long head of your bicep. It attaches to your shoulder. So if you can move your shoulder away and bring your elbow back behind you, you're now emphasizing the long head. So short head, bump, bump, bump. And then we're gonna come here with a drag curl. You basically just drag. I probably should have wore a longer shirt. Maybe I'll tuck it in. Is this cute? Does that look nice? It looks like a onesie bathing suit. So you're gonna drag curl. This looks like 80s. Like I should be doing something. Anywho, back to it.
Can you come dance too?
You're basically going to bring your elbows back behind you, and you're going to drag the bar basically up your belly. So you're not dropping the weight. You should be able to do the same amount of weight, just rep out to failure as many as you possibly can to emphasize that long head. It's a shorter movement, so you shouldn't really have to drop. If you have to drop, do it if you can't get any, but you shouldn't have to. So my first start, I feel like I'm babbling a lot. I'm sorry. I'm just like blah, 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 blah. So the first part of the set, I'm going a wide grip so that when you come up, you're gonna use the short head a little bit more. Bring your hands in. They don't have to go all the way in. I'm just bringing them in a little bit closer. I'm going to turn to the side. Elbows come behind, shoulders back. And you're just dragging it up. How was it? So that first part, I'm going a little bit heavier. I think wrote down there cheat curl. So I do a little cheat. So again, like we did with overloading our triceps, we're gonna overload our biceps for this. This is gonna be our heavier movement. So go a little bit heavier on your wider curls. So I called them an easy bar wide cheat curl. So don't go too crazy, but use your legs, get a little bit momentum out of it, and then when you come here, it's a very simple movement. Bring those elbows back and then just drag the bar up. You shouldn't have to drop because it's a smaller movement and you're just going to failure. I'm out of breath. All right, so now we're gonna start getting into some more of our little isolation work. And now we're also gonna superset the triceps and biceps together. I'd like to do this because one, it saves time, and working in opposition is a lot faster and you can get more stuff done. So we're gonna do some drop setting. This one is, it's gonna seem like when you look at the words, it looks like a lot of stuff, but it's very simple. So we're gonna do an overhead, facing away, overhead tricep extension. Remember, anytime our hands are up behind our head, we're working our long head here. So it's stretching because we're moving our scapula, we're moving our shoulder. So our main focus here is that long head. So you're coming out, and I really want you to like actually let your hands come all the way back. See how my elbows are starting to pull? Pull it back as far as it's comfortable. If you feel it too much in your shoulder, don't go that far. But maybe the first one, you stop here. Second one, let it go a little bit further so you get more of a stretch. Stretch, and then out. Stretch, and out. Let that long muscle stretch as far as it can. We're then gonna flip around. You might drop just a tad. And now we're gonna work all those other triceps. So the other triceps, your lateral and medial head, basically their only function is to extend the arm this way. So here we're working the lateral and medial head. So you're just staying down. If you want to bring them back a little bit, you can. Okay, and then we're going right into biceps. So I'm going to use dumbbells, and again we're going to do an in and an out. We're going to work our short head and long head all at the same time by alternating. So when my long head faces in, like faces out, that's what you're working. When your short head faces out, that's what you're working. So we're gonna go in, out, in, and then into your W. If you're a guy and you start using like the bigger weights, sometimes you might not be able to do two at once. So you can do one, 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 one. Actually, you could probably do those at the same one, one, two. But sometimes when the dumbbells get kind of big, you're gonna be like here. So one, one. So you're doing about 6 to 8 of each of those. So 6 to 8 in, 6 to 8 out. Switching back and forth. So you have your overhead, then turn around, drop a little bit, face it, and then alternate, bump, bump. We're targeting every single head of your bicep and tricep with both of these exercises. So let's go. Jump. A little bit. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Ooh. Your turn. So last but not least of our biceps and triceps. And then we're gonna do just a little bit of abs because we're gonna do abs a couple days later. So we are doing banded bicep curls. So I hope you guys think I'm really, really smart, but so everyone knows the strength curve. Any machine, generally, like if you're on a hammer strength machine, the strength curve, it's easy at the beginning and it's hard in the middle, and then it kind of gets easier when you get to the top. Same as bicep curls, even with dumbbells. So obviously the hardest portion is that mid portion. And when you get to the top, which should be where you want to overload the muscle the most, because that's when you're at peak contraction. But when you get them to the top, they lose tension because it's over top of you. So we're gonna actually add bands, which then will make the strength curve go longer, so that when it goes, instead of going like this, we're gonna go this, and it stays harder. It should be harder because with the bands, as the band stretches out, you're increasing the tension at the top. And then we're just gonna kind of kick them out a little bit more so that your peak contraction is hardest. So you're just gonna get a rubber band, depending on like what band you use. If you're a little bit stronger, I'm using just this little baby band. I don't need that much. So you just step on it, grab your weights. Your rep range is about 8 to 10. So this, if this is a newer exercise, obviously start lighter and then add weight. Maybe you change the bands, but keep the same weights. Maybe you change the weight, but keep the same band. You might have to work with it a little bit. I found using the smaller band is the best for me. So I put the band over top, and so that it doesn't move, I actually hold the band in place. So you're like this. So now when you get to the top, as the band stretches, it makes it harder. So when you're at peak contraction, it's gonna be the hardest. And it makes these 20s a lot harder. Again, instead of just repping through these like you would normally do if you didn't have a band, this, I want you to go a little bit slower, controlled. At your peak contraction, hold it for a second, because those bands are gonna help work against you, and you have to keep working against the bands. So then after that, we're going to go to our last tricep exercise, which is also one of my favorites. Anything where you don't really need to add weights, you don't really need a whole lot of equipment, is always good. So just body weight dips. Biggest thing here is placement. So because we're not really focused on our chest, I don't want you leaning forward. When you lean forward, emphasizes the chest more. So here, I want you straight up and down as best you can, elbows back. And one other little tip that I want you to focus on, it's okay to grab. When you extend up, I want you to kind of release your hand at the top. So a lot of times if you're holding really, really tight the whole time and you're going up like this, you're gonna get a whole lot of action in your forearm. So go down, but when you extend up, I want you to release your hand. It will just take some of that tension out of your forearm. So we're going up. So this is what you would look like on chest day. On tricep day, I want you kind of more up and down. Again, try to not let your shoulders up by your ears. I know I've talked about this a million times. If this is your starting position, maybe you need to be on an assisted. So maybe add a rubber band or go on the assisted dip. But if you can't hold your body up and your shoulders aren't up by your ears, this is not good. This is where I want you. So at the top, so you're coming down, at the top, I want you just to wiggle your fingers a little bit. So coming down, and then maybe you could maybe even do them all. Ow. trying to talk and do this. Maybe you can do them all with your hands. But I tend to, when I come down, I have my hands grasped, and when I come up, I let them go. It just gets rid of just a little bit of tension that you don't really need in your forearms. If you need to add weight, if you're doing 15, 20, 25 in a row, add some weight. Let's try to stick around like 10s. All right, set 1. Oh, you can tell we're nearing the end of the workout, so don't feel bad if you're not getting a whole lot. It's okay. You're the only one that will know. Got my cheat sheet, guys. This is where that's where all the magic happens for you guys. So we're gonna end with a little ab circuit. Instead of counting reps, we're just gonna use a timer. You're gonna go pick your time between 30, 45 seconds for each one. We're gonna do 4 rounds, 3 exercises, 30 to 45 seconds each exercise. So you're going as hard as you can for that 30 to 45 seconds. If you wanna go longer, feel free. I'm not. I'm gonna stay around 30. Just telling him, ever since I got rhabdo, my abs have never been the same. So we have to start working them a little bit harder now. So our first thing is, it's called an X raise. You're basically just letting your legs come apart at the bottom. So you create an X, and then you could just go up to a leg raise. You're just adding a different movement, just switches up the exercise a little bit. I actually feel like I'm a little bit stronger when I have a little bit more. It kind of gives you a little bit more momentum when you separate your legs and then you go back up. So I will demonstrate each one of them. Actually, I guess I could do that now. So, X-rays. Is it me? Does anyone else get scared when they like have to jump? I'm afraid like somehow I'm gonna like miss the bar. It's right there. It's only a foot away. I don't know what's wrong. Actually, I should go here. I'm gonna go here. Ha! Running start! Ready? Ha! Hoo! Ha! I don't know why that's so scary. So X, you're starting in an X and then up. X and up. Oh God. Oh my. Oh my God. I don't know how many I'm gonna be able to do with those. Feel it's okay. It's okay. My abs are not that strong. We're working on it. We're working on it. Next, we're going to go to the mat. I need my cheat sheet. What was next? What was next? Oh, the circles. Ab circles. So now you're gonna stay in a crunch position. So your head's up, tension is on your stomach, and you're just gonna make circles with your legs. So you come around this way. When you get to the top, you go back down the other way. So the whole purpose of this is you're working your obliques. A little bit of everything. Ugh. Instead of just doing like regular, just up and down, this way this movement, you're working your entire core muscle. All of your ab muscles, they're coming this way. You have your serratus, you have your obliques up over here. You got external abdominals, internal abdominals. It all creates this big girdle. So by creating different movements going around, so you're not just always going crunch this way, legs this way, add some movements out to the side so that everything is working together. So this is the floor circles. Whoop. After that, and in between each one, you can take like a little 15-second break, start your timer again, get that all set. And then the last one, it looks hard until you do it. You're gonna be doing a scissor kick with your legs, and as you're doing it, you're gonna do a V-up. So you're doing scissor and a crunch. So we're calling these scissor V-ups. Okay, they are a little hard. Okay. Ah! Oh my God. Here everyone thinks my stomach is strong. It is very weak. It's probably the weakest muscle of my entire body. I hate abs. But we're gonna do it. All right, setting my timer here. We're gonna start with 30 seconds. You can, and then maybe work our way up if I can do that. I'm about to blow your mind. Just your head's gonna explode. You'll be like, oh my gosh, she's so strong. Not. So I'm gonna start it, and then I'm obviously gonna go, when it goes off, I'm gonna do a couple extra just because it's gonna take about 5 seconds just to get up here. Okay. Ready, set. I don't wanna go. Not only do I have to jump, I have to do abs after it. Okay. Psych yourself up. Okay. Oh, screen went dead. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Huh. Oh, swing. Rob's calling.
Is that 30 seconds already?
No, that's actually my phone. I'll do a couple more. Ah! Oh my God. Hold on. Now we gotta redo it. Hello. Hi. Hold on. Oh, my alarm's going off.
Alarm?
Yeah.
Where you at?
I was in the middle of doing an ab circuit and it was timed and you called. But it's giving me a breather.
A blessing in disguise.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Where are you?
I was struggling. West.
Who are you at West with? Oh,
Oh,
Carlos.
duh.
Okay, cool. Everybody's here. We're gonna head over there soon.
Do I have to do that again? Oh no. I'll do it again. Damn it!
What if we just do 15 seconds?
All right, 15 seconds. The rest will be 30. All right, 15 seconds. Can't believe he ruined that.
You had a good rhythm going and everything.
I was doing good. 1, 2. Ha! Ugh. It's gonna sing already. Okay. Why isn't it dinging? Okay. Oh God. All right. We're doing 30 seconds for this next one. Ab circles. Stop it. God, I'm not good with this. 30 seconds of my life. Oh my God. Ah, thank God. All right, last one. Ready, set, go. Oh. All right. 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. Wow. Who made this workout? Oh my God. Oh. Hey. Oh my God. I couldn't. Oh my God. Oh. All right. So take about a minute or two. I am not good at this. Take a minute or two break in between and then redo it. So you have about 15-20 seconds in between each one, minute or two, and then redo it. That last one, so I obviously struggled for the last one. So if you can't do any more, instead of just doing the crunch, stay in a crunch position and just do this, because you're gonna still be doing the same. So I did about half of it with the V-ups, and then I switched to just moving my legs. It's okay to not be good at something, and I'm not good at abs. Guys, I'm dead. I did arms and abs today and I'm dead. Who does that? But thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I did not blow your mind with my abdominal work, but this is real life. This is actually me training, and I understand not everyone's gonna be super athlete. Even there's things that I'm not that great at. Sometimes I even make workouts and on paper they don't look that bad. And then you do them and they're kind of bad. So this one was kind of bad. So good luck. Make sure to comment below any questions you have. Email, we'll get back to you. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the guns and abs show. I'm dead. There they are. Not impressive. Not impressed at all. Dead.
All my life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion?